Hey, hello everyone. Today we're going to flash the LineScale 3 with new firmware on your Mac. And so what you're going to need is you're going to need your LineScale 3, you need a USB cord, you need a USB flash drive, doesn't need to be very big, and you need some dongle that allows you to plug USB drives into your Mac. And lastly, you're going to need to look in your LS3 box under here. In this little slit, there's a little adapter. You gotta reach on in there, really get in deep, and you're gonna pull out this little adapter. Looks like this. And what you're gonna do with that is you're gonna take the USB cord that came with your LS3, and you're gonna find the wider end, the one with the wider opening. You'll then plug the micro USB into that. Don't force it. If you have to force it, you're probably doing it wrong. Just that's advice in general. So you're then going to take this connector and you're going to plug it into the slave port on the LS3. Then you're going to take that, you're going to plug it into your USB hub, and you'll also plug in your flash drive to the USB hub. You will need a hub that can connect both. So then I have this folder. You should download the 3 essential files, which I will put links to somehow in wherever this description or wherever you're finding this video, or hopefully Andy will link to the files. So what I have in here is my firmware zip file, the VirtualBox micro XP LS3 flash.ova file, and the micro XP _sp2.iso. And this is the service pack 2 image file that you're going to use once you're in VirtualBox. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to take our LineScale3.zip and let's unpack it. It has 2 files in it, a .hex file and a .text file. The .text file does have instructions in it. If you open it up, you can read them. And it kind of tells you how, but it's not exactly specific to Mac, at least at the time of this video. So I'm going to ignore that because I already know how to do it. So then you will go down here and make sure that your flash drive shows up. And you're going to take the firmware, the unpacked file in the folder, and you're going to copy that in there. So now you have your firmware on your flash drive. Mine is called butt plug. You're then going to open up your VirtualBox 3 LS3 flash.ova file, and you'll need to make sure that you have VirtualBox installed on your machine already. If you don't, go download VirtualBox for Mac, and you can leave all those settings as default. You're then going to see this new little machine here, and when you click Start, if this is your first time running VirtualBox on your computer, you might have to go into your system preferences and allow some things. So for me, this is starting up over here, and I'm going to leave this down over here. I'm going to open up my system preferences, and wherever they open, I'm going to click the lock. I'll enter my password. And I'm going to give VirtualBox access to the accessibility features here. So you just click that. You might also get an error the first time that you try to start this image file from VirtualBox. And so if you're getting an error, one thing you might want to do is go into your system preferences, click on security and privacy, and then in the general tab up here, you might see, Oracle, VMware, or whatever, Oracle, VirtualBox, something is trying to open an application that's downloaded from the internet, and you might need to click approve. So make sure you click the lock and approve that if you're getting an error. So once you've done all that, you want to go and install the Service Pack 2. So what we are going to do is we will choose a disk file. So down at the bottom of your VirtualBox window here, you see this little disk. Don't click the hard disk. Click the disk. That should be grayed out. and click choose a disk file. And you're going to find that microxp_sp2.iso, and you will click OK. It's going to say, hey, we installed some software. The reason you need to install the Service Pack 2 is so that you can get access to the flash drive through your Windows machine. So now you're going to click on the little USB icon down here. Oh, never mind. You can't do that just yet. We do need to restart so that everything can be set up so that we can access that USB file. And now we're restarting. Oh boy. It's pretty cool. I'm sure Windows and Microsoft are going to be very thrilled that we're just pirating Microsoft Windows XP all around. So once it starts up again, let it boot up. You're then going to go in here, and my flash drive is called Patriot Memory. So before you do that, I just got yelled at by my computer. Before you go and click on that, make sure that you go and eject the flash drive down here in Mac, so that it removes it, because when you do that, it's going to unplug it from your Mac and then add it to here. So it's going to say, hey, we found some new hardware. You're going to install the software automatically, and you'll click finish. All right. And now if we open my computer, we should be able to see that flash drive. There we go. Oh, it was there for a second. I really am back in Windows land. Oh, okay. And now we see that flash drive. We've got that firmware folder in there. Excellent. Oh, didn't do that. So we can close out of that. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to open LS3 Flash, that application on the desktop. And most of this should be fine as default. If port name is blank, click COM3. And if you're not seeing anything in that port, you might need to come into the USB and disconnect the Chinhung Electronics USB serial and reconnect it. For me, it's already working, but that check mark next to it means that it's connected to your VirtualBox. And then click Next. Device is readable. We can click Next to proceed. And I leave this fine as the default. I don't think I need to change anything. So what we're going to choose in here is download to device. We'll click open. By default, it's going to bring you to the LS3 Flash utility for version 2.1, which is not what we want. So you're going to go back out to my computer and you're going to select your flash drive with the new firmware file. And don't click the one that's prepended with dot. Make sure you click on the one that is LS3_firmware_v, whatever .hex, and double click that. And we will click next here. If verify after download is not clicked, you should check it just to make sure that everything is healthy. And then we're just gonna wait. It's gonna erase all of the firmware on your line grip or on your LineScale 3, and it is going to download the new firmware onto there. And then it's gonna install it. Crazy shit. And while this is running, you can go watch videos on the internet or go slackline or do whatever you like to do in your free time. And this failed before download. I'm pretty sure this is because my LineScale 3 is already flashed with the latest firmware. I did not get this error the first time. Maybe Andy has an idea why I get it. But either way, I can click finish, and you can click cancel. We can disconnect the LineScale 3. We want to safely remove our hardware here and disconnect our Patriot memory flash drive. For me, it's called Patriot memory. It'll be something else for you. And then you can unplug your LineScale 3. And now you should be able to turn it on. And look at that, LineScale 3. And if you go into the menu and then go, you don't even need to do anything. Look at that, v2.411, which is the version that I flashed it with. And that's it, folks. That's all you got to do. Enjoy.